Hi, and welcome to our YouTube channel. This is How to Unlock Spanish, and my name is Iciar. In today's video, you are going to learn how to face the role-play task of the Speaking Spanish GCSE exam. In this video, you will learn how to answer and face the Foundation 2018 Role-Play Past Papers, AQA board. You also need to practice them if you are a higher tier, because they will help you as foundation for the higher difficult ones. You can download for free the script with the answers. Please check the link on the description below. If you're a Spanish GCSE student, this video is for you and this channel is for you, so subscribe and hit the bell to receive notifications so you don't miss any videos. Please also like this video if you would like us to keep doing more similar videos with more roleplay, past papers, and so on. You can also find a lot of materials and resources to help you revise in our GCSE section on the website www.howtounlockspanish.com. You can check grammar, revision exercises, and exam tips. Don't miss the video about the photo card and about the speaking paper of the GCSE Spanish exam as a whole. So let's get to it and let's dive in. First, we need to start saying what we mean by roleplay. If you already know about this, just skip this part. Just go to the description below and click on the seconds in the table contents. So in the Spanish speaking exam, we have 4 papers. The speaking is one of the papers, paper number 2, but in fact it's the first one you will take. You will do your speaking before any other GCSE exam. This is because the teacher has to take out the students and test them one by one. So the speaking has 3 parts. The first part is the role play, the second one is the photo card, and the third one is the general conversation with 2 different topics. How does the speaking exam work? So first, you are taken to a preparation room and you will get 3 pieces of paper. You will have a role play card, a photo card, and also a blank page, which is called the additional answer sheet. You will have 12 minutes to revise and prepare for the photo card and the role play. You are allowed to take as many notes as you wish. You can only write in the additional answer sheet. You cannot write on the role-play card, you cannot write on the photo card. You are allowed to keep these 3 pieces of paper when you enter the room and the exam starts. The teacher will always introduce the part of the exam you are going to be facing. First always comes the role-play. He or she will say something similar to this. Empezamos con el roleplay. After the roleplay, he or she will say, ahora vamos a hacer la foto. When you finish the photo card task, and you can learn about this in another video, please check the description below, then the examiner will need to take away the 3 papers, the photo card, the roleplay card, and the additional answer sheet. And you will start with the general conversation, which is the third part of the speaking exam. How long do I have? Well, the preparation time, as we said before, is 12 minutes. And you have to prepare for the role play and for the photo card. Then, both for foundation and higher, you have around 2 minutes for the role play. But really, what's important is to get the task done, because the role play, the board, AQA board, says that it doesn't have to be timed. But it shouldn't take longer than 2 minutes. And you really should get to the point and just get the task done. You don't need to extend. You won't get more marks and you will risk doing mistakes. So just follow the script of the role play and get it done. How important is the role play? How many marks do I get? What is the maximum top marks I can get? So the speaking paper is 25% of the GCSE exam, and the role play is worth, both for foundation and higher, 15 marks out of the 60 marks of the total speaking paper. This means that the role play is worth 25% of the speaking paper and therefore 6.3% of the total GCSE Spanish exam. So let's have a look at the role play card. You can go to AQA official website, and I leave the link in the description below and on our website to check role play cards used as past papers. Today we are looking at the 2018 exam series. On this example, from that source, you can see we have 5 bullets. So first, as you can see, you will always have the instructions to candidates in English, so don't miss it because the instructions will give you clues. And then you have the text in Spanish, your teacher is going to start with. Have a look at it and look at it while she's speaking or he's speaking, because that will give you a little comfort and make you feel confident, and you will know when the first question is going to come. As you can see, you have 5 bullets, so you are going to have 5 interactions with your teacher. As you can see in the foundation tier, you don't normally have a past tense question. Everything is in the present tense. In every bullet you have a key or some tips about what you are going to be asked or what you have to ask. There is only one bullet that you don't know what the question is going to be about, and that's the exclamation mark. The interrogation mark bullet is telling you to prepare a question for the examiner about whatever is next to the interrogation mark. So let's see questions and answers, phrases that are going to be helpful during those 5 interactions with your teacher. When the teacher starts, he or she will say something like, now we are going to start with the role play. In Spanish would be something like, vamos a empezar con el role play, or esto es el role play, or primero el role play. Then he or she will ask maybe something like, ¿en qué puedo ayudarle? How can I help you? I've seen this in many roleplay cards. ¿En qué puedo ayudarle? How can I help you? Or háblame de, talk to me about, or tell me about. Háblame de, tell me about. Descríbeme is describe me. So it's asking you to describe something. Descríbeme tu colegio, describe me your school. Or they may say, ¿cómo es tu colegio? So, ¿cómo es means what something is like. It's not how, it's what something is like. When they ask you, ¿cómo es tu casa? They are asking you what your house is like. So, describe me your house. I've also seen in many roleplay cards telling them to ask, ¿y tus vacaciones? ¿Y tu empleo? This is also asking you to tell them about your holidays or your job. So, ¿en qué puedo ayudarle? Is asking you what do you need or how can I help you. But háblame de, descríbeme cómo es, y tu trabajo, y tu casa is only asking you to describe whatever comes next. Okay, useful question words that you must know. ¿Cuándo? Cuando means when. So in Spanish, we may ask when for or since when, and the preposition will always come before the interrogation word. So, para cuándo would mean when for, desde cuándo is since then. So when the teacher asks you about cuándo something, you just have to make it up and say el martes, o en agosto, o en verano, o la semana próxima, o el día 12. Just say certain date. ¿A qué hora means at what time? So it's asking you at what time. You might be asked ¿a qué hora empieza el concierto, for example? O ¿a qué hora termina? Which is at what time does it start or at what time does it end? And you must answer a las 4, a las 2. And you may say a las 4 de la mañana, a las 4 de la tarde. You may be asked, ¿cuánto dura? That means, how long is it? ¿Cuánto dura el concierto? And you may say, el concierto dura 2 horas. Another very important question word is ¿dónde? Where. So, de dónde will be where from. Por dónde will be where through or where about. More important question words. ¿Cuánto? How many or how much? ¿Cuánto cuesta? How much is it? If you are asked with an interrogation mark and next to the interrogation mark you see precio, you will have to ask ¿cuánto cuesta? ¿Cuánto tiempo? How long? ¿Cuántas veces? How many times? ¿Con qué frecuencia? How frequently? ¿Cuántas veces? Or, ¿con qué frecuencia? You may answer 2 veces a la semana, 2 times per week. or todos los viernes, every Friday, something like that. You will be asked an opinion, and the question the teacher may ask would be, ¿qué opinas? ¿Cuál es tu opinión? ¿Qué tal? For example, ¿qué opinas del colegio? ¿Cuál es tu opinión sobre el colegio? ¿Qué tal el colegio? When you see a question about opinion, you may answer, pienso que el colegio es bueno pero aburrido. Or, me gusta el colegio porque tengo muchos amigos. So when you are asked an opinion, use pienso que or use me gusta, whatever, porque, and give always a reason. Mention one reason why your opinion is one way or the other. Sometimes you also would be asked something like, ¿qué haces en vacaciones? ¿Qué haces en el colegio? ¿Qué haces con tus amigos? That means, what do you do on holidays, in the school, or with your friends? So you don't have to say I do, you just have to say what you actually do. Hablo con mis amigos, juego a los videojuegos, nado, voy a la playa. It's a very open question, so it's very easy to answer. But yes, you need to know that ¿qué haces? Means what do you do? What do you normally do? And remember, when we are asked ¿cómo?, that means how. But when you are asked ¿cómo es?, you are asked a description. You ask what something is like. Just a few more tips. If you are asked something ending in S, it's normally about what do you think of, what do you buy, right? So what you have to do with the verb is change it from as or S ending to the O ending. So instead of ¿qué piensas?, you are going to answer pienso que, right? A few exceptions are when someone asks you about ¿qué haces? And you have to answer hago, or what you actually do. Nado, juego. Tienes, your version of tienes is tengo. Vas is going to be voy. Eres is going to be soy. And estás is going to be estoy. When the teacher is not asking you, but about a concert, a school, something that is not you, it's something else or someone else, you just have to answer with the same version or form of the verb. ¿A qué hora es el concierto? You just answer, el concierto es a las 2 o es a las 10. ¿A qué hora empieza? El concierto empieza a las 10 de la noche. Please, always remember, you can ask to repeat the question. So you can always ask, ¿puedes repetir, por favor? Or ¿puedes repetir? That way, you can make sure you listen to the question twice and you check the verb and every detail the teacher is asking. For example, you may hear, ¿te despiertas? ¿A qué hora te despiertas? So you hear a te, which is a reflexive pronoun, and you know that in the yo version you have to answer me instead of te. So you may ask, ¿puede repetir? Just to check if you need to change any other word to try to make a proper answer. Also, when you hear something like tu casa, you have to change tu, which is your, for mi. You have to say mi casa es. So you have to change tu casa for mi casa. Okay, and one important tip about the question mark. If you don't know what the word next to the question mark means, sometimes or most of the times, the following two versions of questions are going to help you out. So if you see a question mark with the word paro and you don't know what paro is, which is unemployment, and you use the question form hay paro, you would be asking, is there unemployment? So it works. But you cannot ask something like, ¿te gusta el paro? Do you like unemployment? Right? You can also use, ¿qué opinas de? ¿Qué opinas del paro? That would also work. So if you don't know what to ask, you may use I or ¿qué opinas? But try to use the proper question if you know the meaning or you know what you have to be asking. A few more very important tips. 1. Always ask the teacher to repeat. You can always ask the examiner to repeat the question. So just say, ¿puedes repetir? ¿Puedes repetir? 2. Correct yourself. If you correct yourself, that's acceptable. So you may say, perdón, repito otra vez. Okay. 3. When you're answering one of the questions, if you convey the message correctly at the beginning, the rest of the information you give might be correct or incorrect, but it won't be taken into account, even if it's incorrect. When you are answering a question, if the first part is incorrect, but the second one is correct, half of the marks may be taken into account, unless you correct yourself and you say, perdón, no es correcto. Repito, otra vez. Perdón, no es correcto. Vuelvo a contestar. Any of those prompts can be used when you are correcting yourself. Also, if you have to give 2 details in one answer and you forget to give one, the teacher is allowed to tell you algo más, which means anything else. So if he or she says something like algo más, make sure you are not missing out one of the details of one of the interactions. And the last thing, if you forget to ask the question, the teacher is allowed, with no penalties, to tell you la pregunta, which means the question. So if the teacher says la pregunta, just ask them the question you prepared during the preparation time. Remember, you are allowed to read from your notes everything that you've written. That can affect your pronunciation. So you are allowed to read your notes. Make sure that the question the teacher is asking is whatever question you imagined during the preparation time, because maybe you imagine something that is not what they are asking about. So just make sure you listen to the question the teacher is asking. Make sure you listen to what the teacher is saying and not only rely on the role play card. Okay, so now we are going to start with the role play cards. And remember, you can go to our website, to the link on the description below, to download the scripts of the answers. And now I'm going to share on the screen the first role play. So what I would like you to do is just to pause the video when you see the first role play card and think about how you would answer. Then you can play the video again and you are going to listen to a proper exam conditions situation for this same role play. And we are going to do that through the 9 different role play cards included in the 2018 exam series Foundation Tier AQA board, and you can check those roleplay cards on the official website of AQA board. Roleplay number 1. Please pause the video now to prepare the roleplay card and then play it again to test yourself. Roleplay número 1, exam series 2018 GCSE Spanish AQA board. Hola Paul, primero vamos a hacer el roleplay. Estás hablando con la empleada en un restaurante mexicano. Yo soy la empleada. ¿En qué puedo ayudarle?
Buenos días. Me gustaría reservar una mesa para el martes a las 10.
¿Para cuántas personas?
Para 4 personas, por favor.
¿Cómo se escribe su nombre?
Mi nombre se escribe P-A-U-L. Paul.
¿Cuál es su número de móvil?
Mi número es 778-889-933. ¿Hay un precio para estudiantes?
Roleplay número 2, Exam Series 2018, Foundation Tier. Please pause the video now to prepare the roleplay card and then play it again to test yourself. Empezamos con el roleplay. Estás hablando con tu amiga boliviana sobre un día en el instituto. Yo soy tu amiga. ¿Cómo vas al instituto?
Voy en autobús.
¿Qué asignatura te gusta más?
Me gusta más la historia porque es muy interesante.
¿Qué haces en la hora de comer en tu instituto?
En la hora de comer, normalmente hablo con mis amigos. ¿Hay clubs en tu instituto?
Sí, hay un club de fútbol y otro de ajedrez. ¿Cuántas clases tienes por día?
Tengo 5 clases por día.
Role Play número 3, Exam Series 2018, Foundation Tier, AQA Board. Please pause the video now to prepare the role play card and then play it again to test yourself. Empezamos con el role play. Estás hablando con la empleada en una tienda en España. Yo soy la empleada. ¿En qué puedo ayudarle?
Me gustaría comprar una camiseta de la talla 40.
¿Qué color prefiere?
Prefiero una camiseta blanca.
¿Para quién es la camiseta?
La camiseta es para mi madre. ¿Hay rebajas?
Sí, ahora hay rebajas. ¿Qué piensa de las tiendas en España?
Pienso que las tiendas en España son baratas.
Role Play número 4, Exam Series 2018, AQA Board, Foundation Tier. Please pause the video now to prepare the role play card and then play it again to test yourself. Empezamos con el role play. Estás hablando con la empleada en una tienda de móviles en España. Yo soy la empleada. ¿En qué puedo ayudarle?
Me gustaría comprar un móvil iPhone 10.
¿Qué color prefiere?
Prefiero un móvil blanco.
¿Para qué usa su móvil?
Uso mi móvil para mandar mensajes. ¿Cuánto cuesta?
Este modelo cuesta 200 euros. ¿Prefiere Snapchat o Twitter?
Prefiero Snapchat porque me gusta mandar fotos.
Roleplay número 5. Exam Series 2018, Foundation Tier, AQA Board. Please pause the video now to prepare the roleplay card and then play it again to test yourself. Empezamos con el roleplay. Estás hablando con tu amiga española sobre tu colegio. Yo soy tu amiga. Describe tu uniforme.
Mi uniforme es bonito y cómodo.
¿Qué deportes practicas en tu colegio?
En el colegio practico fútbol y baloncesto.
¿Cuántas clases de educación física tienes cada semana?
Tengo 2 clases de educación física cada semana.
¿Qué piensas de tu profesor de educación física?
Me gusta el profesor de educación física porque es divertido. ¿Hay buenas instalaciones en tu colegio?
Roleplay número 6, Exam Series 2018, Foundation Tier, AQA Board. Empezamos con el roleplay. Estás hablando con la empleada en una estación de trenes en España. Yo soy la empleada. ¿En qué puedo ayudarle?
Me gustaría comprar un billete para Madrid.
¿Cuándo quiere viajar?
Para el próximo martes.
¿A qué hora?
A las 10 de la mañana, por favor.
¿Qué tipo de billete quiere?
Quiero un billete de ida. ¿Cuánto dura el viaje?
2 horas. Roleplay número 7. Exam Series 2018, Foundation Tier, AQA Board. Please pause the video now to prepare the roleplay card and then play it again to test yourself. Empezamos con el roleplay. Estás hablando con tu amiga colombiana. Yo soy tu amiga. ¿Cuándo vas al gimnasio?
Voy al gimnasio una vez a la semana.
¿Qué piensas del gimnasio?
Me gusta el gimnasio porque es muy cómodo.
¿Cuál es tu deporte favorito?
Mi deporte favorito es el fútbol, pero es difícil.
¿Cuál es tu comida preferida?
Mi comida preferida es la pasta, porque es deliciosa. ¿Qué opinas de fumar?
Roleplay número 8. Exam Series 2018, Foundation Tier, AQA Board. Please pause the video now to prepare the roleplay card and then play it again to test yourself. Empezamos con el roleplay. Estás hablando con tu amiga boliviana. Yo soy tu amiga. Descríbeme a tu novio o novia ideal.
Mi novia ideal sería guapa y simpática.
¿Cuál es tu opinión sobre el matrimonio?
Pienso que el matrimonio es bueno para la familia.
¿Cuántos años tiene tu mejor amigo o amiga?
Mi mejor amiga tiene 16 años.
¿Qué haces con tus amigos?
Normalmente voy de compras con mis amigos. ¿Qué opinas de tu familia?
Roleplay número 9. Exam Series 2018, Foundation Tier, AQA Board. Please pause the video now to prepare the roleplay card and then play it again to test yourself. Empezamos con el roleplay. Estás hablando con tu amiga española. Yo soy tu amiga. Háblame de tu trabajo.
Trabajo en una tienda de ropa los sábados.
¿Qué piensas de tu trabajo?
Pienso que mi trabajo es fácil.
¿Qué compras con el dinero?
Compro libros.
¿Cuál es tu trabajo ideal?
Mi trabajo ideal sería cómodo y con buen salario. ¿Qué opinas de tus compañeros de trabajo?
So that's the end of this video. Subscribe and hit the bell button so you miss any videos we are uploading to help you ace the speaking Spanish GCSE exam. Check the photo card video where you can watch the Palmo technique and a workshop video that is going to help you ace the photo cards. Check our website www.howtolearnspanish.com to see our GCSE section where you can find grammar, revision exercises, and exam tips.